Oh my, hi. You were listening to the soothing sounds of one Valence Drake, who makes very short, well, generally short, um, audio, art, and crazy beats, good music, stuff I really adore. There are like 70 of these tracks. That should get us through a majority of what we're going for here today. To think this is just the stuff that's released, but very prolific and producer that I've been inspired by for a long time. According to the title of the stream, you might be familiar with NuRen, the project that themes this background. Um, I've been looking around. Houdini 16. Let me turn this down. This is definitely not going to be. I'm definitely not audible. So where was that? So Houdini 16 just came out. Cool. Let's see. Whatever pinned messages are. Yes, this is the plug zone. Welcome to the chat. I couldn't use gradient tool. Did you know that? Somebody is probably around. Hello, and welcome to Mint Potion. The stream where we learn how to do stuff along with you. Right now I'm refreshing a little background tool I have running. Which is my beard simulation. It's very realistic. And I'm gonna mess with this tool Houdini 20 or Houdini version 16. It's a 3D package like other 3D packages. Let me close it so I can act like it's all super fresh. But it looks like this. You can get it at sideeffects.com. I've been kind of just refreshing and looking at the new features. This is all earlier stuff. Arnold, I suppose, is their rendering system. Looking through tutorials, looking through their videos, because they have new game engine tools, right? They have like kind of this asset like placement or generation tools. Some of which I've already gone through tutorial-wise. But this is a new kind of branch of this otherwise famous VFX toolset that they are basically like they're reaching into the game world, right? They want to use their amazing technologies. Now game engines have kind of caught up a lot fidelity-wise, and a lot of VFX studios, CG computer graphics places are, very familiar with Houdini and tools like it, like Flame or Nuke. So, kind of basically what's happening right now is the game development and VFX world are merging into one giant monster. But a giant monster that's capable of producing some amazing stuff. So, I kind of want to put my foot in that, and I've kind of been talking to some of the other people working on NuRen about, how can we use things like these procedural assets to make some of the processes for the development of NuRen a lot easier, right? The question is yes, of course that's right. Or the answer is yes. Answers come in dreams. I didn't have a dream about Houdini. I was tied up. But I'm thinking about, for some of these things that I had maybe modeled out and duplicated in Maya, because over the last week or two, we've been going over unwrapping these different assets. And I can plug some of those meshes into Houdini and use that to place, like maybe if I have lines of like these corridors here, right? And I want to make a series of corridors and do a lot of the asset placement, or even some of the detail, like making kind of light pipes and little spots and these metal panels and things like that. It would be more effective to programmatically place these things, or procedurally place these things. Looks like my ticker died out real quick. Let me just bring that up using the wonders of technology. Welcome, viewers. How's it going? Hit me up in chat. I'm Angry Crow. I'm over here, or not over there, I guess. And we're gonna be messing around quite a bit with a new tool. I'm not very familiar with it. I've used it for, I don't know, compared to Maya, right? Like my flight hours are pretty low, but let me tell you something. I'm pretty excited. It's just something that I've, you know, kind of wanted to get into for a bit. So I'm gonna open up Houdini. Houdini looks a lot like other tools. This is a non-commercial edition. We're learning how to use this. I'm gonna allow access to basically its licensed server. If you guys want to go through tutorials with me, that would be fun. I wouldn't mind at all. But I think for now we're gonna kind of take what I at least remember, what I know the last couple of times that I've been messing with this, and sketch out something that could be potentially useful for our scene. I'm thinking like this type of array, having these metallic plates. Maybe we'll find a way to incorporate like these smaller assets. Hey, Took Art, what's up? Took Art, yo, Dogan3, how's it going, you guys? Have you guys heard of this tool? It's super crazy. It does everything. A lot of 3D packages, right? Kind of cover a wide range of capability, right? There's of course 3D modeling. What they've done is organize their program into different like what's it called? Desktops, I guess is what they call them, or layouts, right? They're called desktops. The last thing I was looking at, they just updated their terrain editor, right? So their terrain editor, like most things that you'll do in Houdini, what is this composite view? I'm not interested in that right now. So their terrain editor, or their, what is this? I don't want to look at image layer stuff. I want to look at object level stuff. This is a lot different, I guess. It kind of reminds me to some extent of, can I like maybe close this? Or blow it up. No operator selected. I want to create a new panel that is, I think it's network view? Yeah. And then I'm in the object level of network view. So this is like a whole bunch of weird new stuff that we're just gonna totally run with, right? Terrain will give us this kind of set of tools, including things that we want to start with. This is an example. The last thing I was looking at is like height fields. The height field, you know, press enter, and you know we have this plane, and I think press, is it G or space G, to look at kind of what this plane is, right? And so Houdini is based around procedures, right? Having step-by-step construction of objects, as opposed to, I don't know how you would say, like manual, or like maybe even like data-driven kind of entry. However you look at, like when we look at Maya, right? When I want to create a plane, I put the plane down and I'll, like, you know, I want to add noise to it, or if I'm in Unity, I'll create a specific type of object for terrain and kind of run from there. Sorry, I'm a little sidetracked by chat. I'm running 2 chats today. You can't see this, but I got 2 chats in front of me. I can see you if you're in our Discord, if you're a lovely patron. I'm thinking about you. And if you're in our lovely Twitch chat, I'm also thinking. Probably more. Twitch chat is where I was born and raised. So they added a whole bunch of new features that you're not going to know if you don't know old features. But, you know, masked by features, different types of things. We're going to start with a height field object. And I can take that terrain object basically and start adding things like let's see, HF, I already have height field. I'll just go in here. What is this height field? If I press P, I can look at the properties for this thing. And I think there's the type of noise, right? So let's see, height field. There's blur and distortion. And so there are all of these different, like, basically functions, right? And we're going to use these different, like, sets of functions to deform or to create a result, right? We'll have like the input is we have this height field area, and then the next input, I have to make this visible, so there's this eye thing, right? Height field was this mask noise. That's not what I want. But there are a lot of industry tools, a lot of VFX and CG tools are starting to adopt what I like to call like a tablet computer workflow, right? Where everything is kind of radial, like it's within wrist reach. You can like shake connections to break them, and kind of work from there. I'm gonna delete that node. I wanted a noise, height field noise, right? Does this have like octaves? I'll move this down, the rightmost node here. And so noise is like kind of our basic punk setting for how you start terrain, right? This is kind of where you begin. We can use different types of fractals. We can add noise. We can mask different layers of noise together. But basically I made one of these earlier, so I'm gonna kind of run right through it. Let me delete that connection here. Like U to U, U to U. So I'm kind of adding two of the same noise. Can change the type of noise that it originates from. Maybe like a sinusoidal one. Yes. Change the fractal type. So now it's clearly using these bumps, right? We can change our divisions, and work our way down. I don't know what's going on with my display at the moment. Dropping me nuts. But yeah, each of these steps, right? Starting with a certain object and then manipulating the data that comes from object to object. It's a very data-oriented tool versus having like what would be, I guess, like a disk type or something like that, right? Where I'm telling the computer explicitly how to represent these vertexes or how to represent something like that, right? Where these bones go, what to render specifically, and where those things are. So Houdini has like a really wide array of things it can do, and it does most of those things well. This is kind of a really fast overview of those things. I'm not going to get into the details of Houdini because I am by no means a master, much less an intermediately skilled Houdini user, but I think I can find my way around. I don't know what this games thing is. What is it? What is this? Does this have some sort of like real-time, like, I don't know what that is. So I guess we're just gonna click on a bunch of buttons and make some stuff. Feel free also, you can grab this tool as well. If you go to sideeffects.com, check out Houdini 16. They got terrain building, character rigging, shading, and VFX workflows. And that is all integrated with Houdini Houdini Engine. And they update their website every like 30 days too. It's ridiculous. But I just watched like all of these videos on their what's new page, and the stuff is incredible. I mean, yeah, they're gonna make their tool look great, but like this is like a very tried and tested thing. Just go grab it. Grab the Apprentice Edition. It's a free license for you to learn, which is what we're going to be doing. We'll pick up the indie license and integrate that into our, shipping title once we have prototyped the heck out of it. I'm going to make a new scene, though, and kind of go a little bit more basic, right? Discard new. And show me just that regular old, I guess, build desktop, something I'm more familiar with. Alright, and this shows the parameters of objects. I actually really like, let's see, what tree view will show us like the relationship editor and stuff like that. I really like kind of this basic like this view, right? Where I can see all of the elements in my scene and see the nodes. If I look through, I guess, what is this? Create, model, objects, polygon. There's so much information. I want to make something that that would work for maybe like these panels or these boxes up here, right? These structures, things that repeat, Because we can take some of those parameters, right, of, you know, how long is this thing and how many assets are, you know, within it, and what is their, like, how much are they scattered, or what materials do they derive, or how do they interact with each other. We can use this to generate meshes. We can use it to dynamically place existing meshes. We can use it for dynamics, like getting really deep and rendering. I mean, like, let's say we take like a really nice smoke cloud, and then we like get the vertex, or is that what it's called? The the vector array, the vertex like cloud information, right? And we can use that. We can pipe shaders through that. We can. I've seen so much advanced, ridiculous stuff with this, and it doesn't even, you know. You can make explosions. You can do destruction. You can do, what is this? I mean, collisions, right? Particle systems. They have a engine. They have an ocean engine. They have fluid dynamics. Goodness, pyro effects. It's a lot of simulation and dynamics tools, kind of in this, you know, rendering side of the program. And on this side, we have a little bit more. Just working with and around like 3D data, like a visual interface for like just what the heck all kinds of CG stuff can do. And so I'm gonna kind of just start simple. I'm gonna keep it simple to begin with, and kind of talk about the interface a bit, or show you what I know. You can use space to enable kind of this camera toggle mode, which is like the default tool with this guy, right? That's how we're gonna get around our software here. You can left mouse to rotate, middle mouse to pan, right mouse to zoom. I think the only weird thing is this kind of like holding Alt to move through, like, for example, G to see the whole scene, like home. There are a couple of things like that. Like, I really like to know shortcut keys, and you're gonna, I guess, be privy to my process of picking them up as we go. Because I'll see it like, you know, I guess I'll go through here, right, and be like, oh, rotate, R, okay, and then append that to memory, right, piece by piece. But let's say we're working with box stuff, so you think, okay, well, first, yeah, I want a box. So notice when I first click the box tool, right, it'll give me this kind of box framework, and I can click, and it will create that box. If I just click the box and then press enter, it'll create the box in the center, or do I double click it? How does that work? Am I foolish? Alright. I kind of like this other view as well. Like the network view. This is like the bread and butter, what this guy's about. If I press P, it kind of reminds me of like Unity, where I have all of the properties for that object, just kind of sitting around. There's a lot of similar elements to Unity. Like if I open that up real quick, you'll see like the Unity, the properties of of your selected object, or, you know, script, are going to show up in this type of area. We could also do a side-by-side thing. I mean, there's a lot of modular dockable tabs and windows and other things like that, and a lot of these tools. But we're just gonna worry about that because I can get information out of this box object, right? But what do I want? Do I want like points? Do I want? I don't know. I really don't even know. Let's see. Point odd, point cloud, ISO, point jitter. How about this? How about I do like a subdivision? I guess it's a divide, right? And I can set inside of this how many edges we subdivide down to, right? Right? Is that how this works? So if I make that the most visible guy... Nope. Triangulate non-planar. How do I, like, maybe bevel? I mean, let's think about the same... bend? Nah. Polybevel? There we go. That looks relatively useful. And so we're kind of creating the alternate box timeline, where in one we have data about what it looks like when it's divided, even though that didn't really work. And on the other we'll have polybevel, which will be information about what the heck happens to this box when we bevel it, right? I need actually more distance. A lot of times you'll see in Houdini this kind of zone show up here where we can determine, whoa, they're all about that scroll. Oh, I see. So this primary parameter shows up at the top of this tool. That works for me just as well as anything. So I will want, definitely, for that box to have, you know, some kind of beveled edge. I would rather that it was a bit more round, actually. But I don't know. I don't know. Oh, shape. Aha! Boom. Amazing. I know that's not really like sci-fi though. So let's get serious, guys. Look at all of these options we have. Amazing. Wow. I'm learning so much. Actually, I'm not kidding. I'm learning a lot. So scroll wheel. You need a 3-button mouse for a lot of these tools. What the? So I'm middle mousing across for that second parameter. You can see like this box light up. This orange box. I can also select just plain old, you know, normal things. Or go to the history of that object and change its behavior. And that's the whole thing about procedural editing, right? It's similar to like to deformer history in other tools, where what we're really doing is, oh well, now I have this box here. I'm telling the computer at what step in my construction to render this object, right? In the future, I will, you know, it's non-destructive, and that means that I can make adjustments down the line about what I want this box to actually do. If I go back to the top level here, right? I can say, all right, well, let's go back to you. You're doing this. If I can maybe, let's say, put those box objects randomly inside of a space, or maybe like create a grid. Let's do that. Let's have a plane. And I wonder if I could just create a reference, like, let's see, maybe point jitter, something like that. That's what I usually do to kind of illustrate what the sky is all about, right? This guy, I haven't played it, but it seems ridiculous. Point jitter, for example. The point jitter is like taking all of the, like we're viewing the grid as it is, and then we're taking all of the points on that grid, all of the vertexes that we normally work with. Alright, and we're going to advance that into the next, you know, render the next step. I can see my other object that I can't select is on that other layer, but I can also look at these, you know, components and save out different iterations of that. Ooh, I like this face. Oh, W isn't move anymore. Crap. Let's see here. This looks like a move thing. So I can move this kind of sub-object in this kind of plane, right? That's like reasonable. And edit. Notice how when I made that edit, it keeps adding onto the graph, right? I think I can edit different types. There are also different types of editing. Like there are different. I can choose. Do I want to select edges, points, loops, what have you? So now I think this is just the vertex selection tool. I don't know what they added here. Looks like that's, you know, adjust. Okay, so I can hold C to open this radial menu. I can adjust smooth. Alright, I don't know what that is, adjust smooth. But let's take it back a step and maybe make the point jitter a bit less ridiculous, right? Right now the scale is out of control. If you I'm trying to remember how they do this. Yeah, there we go. If I middle mouse over a field, right, I can change the scale, right? Because this is a very flexible and kind of measured like engine. So if it's intuitive. Gosh darn it! If I want to stay within that range of 0.3, you know, I can kind of narrow it down. And so of course all of these things are animatable. But you know how you might do terrain in some cases, or generate terrain, would be based off of that. I have my grid. What if I just want the points, or I want to change the size of this guy? 2 and 2. Oh no, this is rows and columns, so I want something simpler. 4 and 4, right? Cool. I guess I'll put this guy back. Because I want to find a way to generate, like, how do I reference this top level mesh, right? They have like a distribution type of thing, or I guess it would be like an instance. Instance. And what are you? Select the script, transform instance object. So can I select like this node or something like that? Box object, accept. Yeah. So it uses some kind of relative path, right? In order to get to this object. I don't know what point instances is. I guess off. We'll just try the default. I want to figure out how we can do this. How do I get to so that my box will be instanced across this grid object? This is what life is all about. So right now it doesn't seem like it's working. So wait, there's a box that's instanced across this grid. Let's like hide this guy for a moment here. I think it's a Q to mute something. Whoa, not the music. Just kidding. That worked a little bit better than I expected. So if I change the name of that, it changes the name of the relative path. Because we're in the object layer, it uses a really file referencing. There's probably a file in there somewhere, right? So I have something that's instanced. How do I distribute it along points? Do I have not 3-point light my face? Do I have distribution? Instance point instancing? Let's just do it. What is full point instancing? I don't know. Transform. What are you? Display. Display 10 of them. I don't know. What? 10 is too many. Well, if I display less than one, that doesn't do anything. Let's see. What else can I do? This music is so relaxing. Shout out to TMAD40Blue, if you're around. Is there maybe like a help section for each of these things? Help. I right click, help came up. It's going on the internet instance. So, I mean, you know, I'm glad we got here really quickly. Because now I can actually look through this and go, huh, instance other geometry light or sub-networks of objects. Point geometry used to create multiple instances. So I do want multiple instances. I have this grid, and I want point instance of everything. I want it all. I'm not sure that I'm not sure that that's working at all, much less anymore. Maybe info is the same thing. Whoa! So we also have more reference. I guess this is just showing us at kind of a glance what its properties are, or other properties, whether or not the information inside of it is cached, how many times it's been cached, and what appears to be an untitled project. Because I haven't saved anything yet. I haven't made anything worth saving. Why not? Ever. Thank you. Go these 3 tabs, yeah. Transform. And it'll just kind of go through each object. And I kind of want to just keep this on the side, really. That's not the right button. Maybe I'll have just my... Oh gosh, NuRen's back there. NuRen's right here. Windows kind of does it right. I just want to kind of keep my reference close. Huh? Because as much as I can manipulate these objects here, I mean, we can do actual detailed work. I think this program is supposed to have a much cleaner Boolean operation. Let's see. Let's delete these really quickly. I want to mess around with this modeling interface more. Let's, you know what they say? Make stuff you know. So we've done something like this. Accept selection. I don't want to do a sub selection. I want the whole thing. I want to move it. I guess W is wireframe. That's good to know. Can I press maybe Alt and move it? Oh no, that's doing the camera thing. And also soft radius editing. Well, then I suppose I would have to duplicate this network, right? Or this object. Like so. And so now I have a second box. Truly amazing. I guess maybe S would be scale? No, S is select. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. What are you? Scale, E. Alright. Do it. Looks like that's doing a full scale. I can see Y. And then rotate. That makes sense. Thanks. Can I do... Can I do a snap rotation? Uh-huh. It's not super important right now. But in order to really get what I want out of these two things, right, wouldn't I have to do a Boolean? Where is that? Modify. Combine, extract. Copy to points. Oh, that's right. Maybe points are the data that I need. I'm so curious. There's so many options. Sorry for distracting real quick. I'm curious about the whole thing. Copy to points. So now this is just data, I suppose? Like I cannot select sub-objects? Oh, that's neat. Can I move the damn thing at least? Nope, it's just there. Is this some kind of strange primitive? Are we inside of hypergrid space? Can I instance now? Intersection stitch. Neat. Instance some stuff. Display as full geometry. Why is it? What's the warning? Specify a geometry file. Aha! So, I want to... Can I copy the path, maybe? Jump to input. Jump to output. Wow, so I can get around this network by a bunch of ways. What I would love to do is just, you know, select that object, like go up a layer, and copy whatever that is, right? Like this probably works. Copy whatever that is, go into my grid, and when it's asking me for geometry that I would like to instance, I would just paste it there, right? Maybe this would work? What is this? Oh, they're like dots. Whoa. Alright. I feel like I'm doing it wrong. It's giving me the warning though. I'm glad we can struggle through this together, stream. Hey, if you know any of this stuff, shout me out. Because I would rather learn the hard way. And where's the fun in demonstrating anything? Can I move this in some kind of intuitive way? Oh, this is like move and scale. Okay, what am I doing to move here? T. That's not backwards at all. Can I middle mouse to move? No, middle mouse seems to do something else. Or we can do something we're a little bit more familiar with, right? Just kind of zero these things out. Much the same as the attribute editor in Maya. So I have a floor! Finally! Oh, it's great! The wonders are fantastic. I can make you twice as big as the normal generated plane. So I'm pretty convinced about this whole copy to points thing. Like it's making the points of the selected input. Interesting. Is there a copy to file path? Although we do know basic box base is the name of our strange file. Is there just like a Boolean result that I can maybe do? A union? Or a difference? What is utility? What did I press? Tilde jump back? I don't know what that does. Geometry. Just make some geometry. Alright, we gotta get our help thing up here. I'm a little bit worried. Upgrade to Houdini. Upgrade to Houdini, Andy. Okay. Show help panel. Hey! It answered my prayers. Shelf tool, Boolean. Geometry node, Boolean. Cool. So we're in the model tab. Oh, I see. So we have even more tools. There's even more. Alright, so if I take this guy, then there is a real deformer here going on. Maybe do I select both of them and Boolean them? How does that work? But revolve, loft, curve, convert probably between surfaces and geometries, or yeah, other types of geometry. Sculpt, scatter. These are all things that we are actually pretty familiar with. I just can't read right now. So do I have to go up? I guess T to move? Like, are these boolean yet? Hold on a sec. Let's try that again. Hello? Email from Udemy. I was looking at a bunch of different places who had Houdini tutorial type stuff today. I wanted to know. Okay. Box select. I wanted Boolean you guys, I guess. What is this? Select fully contained geometry, visible geometry. I already selected the dang geometry that I want. Alright. Now select objects set for B. Press enter to accept selection. Okay, so I want these two. Okay, cool. And so now, and yeah, it does the same thing. It's actually adding to our network here. Display merge. It's taking two objects and basically we're coming down to, this is cool, this is cool. So we actually have a workflow that is building our network as we go. What is this? Self flush. Established connection was aborted by the software. Okay. We can change our operation type. It's kind of hard to read because of how cluttered this interface is. But there's intersect, union, subtract, shatter, and custom shatter, or I don't want to get into right now. But let's just talk about maybe subtract, A from B, B from A. Is there nothing left? Select the, oh I see. Let's go back a step. Subtract A to B, B to A, assume seams. I don't want to do that. Union. Maybe difference? Wouldn't that be, is that the same as, so wait, what is, do I resolve that? Is that, oh weird. So now it's like generating geometry. What's going on here? You're group A. Oh, this allows me to select group A. How crazy. Treat as solid. Yes, yes. Can I insert actions between here and there? Why not? Let's insert subdivide node. Yeah, just like that. So now I can look at this step. This is what I was looking for before, a subdivide node. Amazing! And we can choose at this point. Oh wow, how very... I don't know what to say. It's just very flexible. It's very interesting. Right? I don't know what this is. Cache this or down. Yep. Get down with this node. Do I need this thing? Apparently. Alright. I don't know what a bevel has to do with the boolean, but you know, whatever. And then would I do like a generate or something like that? Can't remember all of these. Not point generate. It's a mesh something. A merge? Metaball, metagroups, object merge? There's so many new things, you guys. You guys. I'm so excited. Oh wait, I can't connect those things. This, I guess, would be become a larger container or something like that later. What am I saying? I could just... Oh no, I can't do the info. I can lock. I can bypass, which I don't think I'm doing on any of these nodes. Or is it mute? Template. Neat. Listening to the soothing sounds of doing it just because. So I guess yeah, once we're down here we just hit enter or something. Select polygons for B. Press enter to complete. This thing is very confused. Oh. I didn't really want to do that, but I'm intrigued. It's just a disturbingly flexible set. Why is there geometry inside of geometry inside of geometry? The Boolean operation, I was expecting that thing to return. Can I select the whole object here? What is blast? Oh, I guess blast out faces. Let's delete that guy. I want to... There we go. S. Select the whole... whatever. The whole guy. And T, we'll move that guy. Are we back in object land? Because there's weird geometry in this. Watch me struggle. Yeah, you. Like, is this faces inside of faces? This, like, innermost one is kind of what I was expecting. That you would normally get, right? That's not really helping me generate anything. It's just bad. That's just bad modeling. Let's have a grid object. Can I extract points or something like that? 3-point light. Let's go in here. Actually, no. Let's go. Maybe I should start with a null. That's right. Start with nothing. Get yourself somewhere. I have a null, which is just, I think, a transform. Yeah, this space right here. Let's hide this guy. How do you do that? And let's, can I do the same thing here? Home selected. Yes. No, I want to see this node. Help browser. Why don't you move? Thank you. To the null. I want the grid. And I want that grid to become point data. Which I found in this guy. Is this the build menu? Rigging muscles, constraints. What does this do? Create file, you have to put in a very specific thing. To get it to save, you have to go on a mission. It's definitely not the case. There are people moving around in this building, I can hear them. They exist. Grid properties, those are good. I do want a simpler set of information though, something like that. Point. Copy that to point data? Copy what? Explain to me what is wrong. So I'll do the input. Then I would like a box or something like that. My basic box, I think. Is there also distribute? Or like place? Doesn't really seem like... Doesn't seem intuitive. It is for that reason that I think it's more interesting to prepare than to just stream and listen to cool tunes. But hey, I could be wrong. Grid object, box object. These things are very important. This is the grid inside of a null? This is not the same grid apparently? Sure. Can I connect things like by moving them around like that? Seems kinda like that's the case, right? Like I can hook them up by them. Oh no, it's just an alignment. That's just organization. Okay, well, I mean that's what that's for, right? I can output to a box? That doesn't make any sense. This time it isn't even showing up as a box. Can't instance from within a grid, can I? Yeah, this is the guy. Dude, shoot. Click the geometry group. Parameter of instance 1. Oh, I don't have a geometry group defined. I've heard of this group stuff. That's in here, okay. Maybe it is useful to have the second grid open. Whoa. Undo that. to knife you. I've connected box to knife. So I can knife this thing in half. Can he do more? Ah, that's cool. So this slices it across to like a certain plane. I'm gonna use this view for it to do that. If I go to, is there like a result or something after that? Resample? Do I get like 2 objects that come of it? T. Oh, it looks like they're just sliced. Maybe that's an object of the knife. Group. Keep all primitives. Keep primitives below the plane. Oh, so it actually isn't filling the hole. I'd have to cut it twice. So would I do this? Would I like knife? Whoa, you've wired it back into itself. Okay, and now we're organizing wire. I think Control Alt, I can do this. But except in this version, I want to keep the things above the plane, right? And then maybe I want to merge. Let's get rid of this guy. Right. So now I have 2 objects. This is pretty neat. Select this group. Right. I have 2 objects that have been knifed, and I can, I guess, go into like a sub-selection mode. So can I do that this way? Like select. Oh wait, there it goes. Crap. Edges, right? If I go, can I just go over 1 into edges and select that? Like edge loop, it isn't gonna do it for me. I want to basically fill the hole, right? Because I have poly split, which is whatever. I'm not interested in that construction wise. It's very weird to be. Hey Toot, thanks for lurking. And hey Malgain for talking trash. I'm just talking to myself, you know. This is the usual case, because, you know. I'm trying to figure out what this thing can do. It looks like it generates pretty good geometry. But I think I can, like, fill the hole. Fill the hole in my life. The selection tool will allow me to do such things as that. I think I saw that inside of the modeling plane. Visibility. Like, you know, what is creep? What does the creep button do? The folds and animates it across the surface. Oh, that's useful. Not exactly what I need, but useful. Oh, guide rails. What is this? Builds the skin between any number of shape curves. We're not using curves right now. At least I don't think we are. Polyfill, hey! That's neat. That did not do anything I expected. I was thinking that we can go back to here and do a polyfill there, right? Select at least one edge from each hole. Oh, I see. So, like this? Like I want you to fill up this hole. We're making that. It's like that's great. You screwed that up. You know what? Maybe it's because I don't have enough geometry. Let's go back like up a couple of steps, right? and add some geometry. So we did it inside of this thing before. I'm just gonna deform it, subdivide it. Add detail. I guess mesh smooth is not the option. Whoa! No. Polyfill. Delete you. Delete you! Let's insert here. No, I want to edit these differently. Also, what do they show me? Like Shift R, Alt R. Yeah, reorganizing stupid loop. If this is the kind of if you're the kind of person who does not like kind of wacky nodes, you're gonna have a hard time. Although they did actually add a bunch of stuff to fix that, as I saw in their overview videos earlier today. You're listening to the wonderful sounds of Valence Drakes, whose permission I did not ask. So I would much rather have his forgiveness. But I think it goes with the theme of our game a lot. I really like the style. The weirdo anime technique. Where the heck, what track are we on right now? I love space. I love space too, man. But it's very, very pretty stuff. So knife kinda did that, yeah. I used the knife, like Eddie Murphy. I guess I made some kind of edits. Let's say whatever. I didn't, but let's say I didn't. I guess resample is just adding edges, or adding information that we really don't need, right? I did want to keep that move though. That's important because I want to demonstrate that whole thing. Maybe I can add like a, what was it, subdivide? Is that what we were dealing with? Subdivide, just put that guy right there, blam. Oh wow, it's like an egg. Can I repeat function with G? No. Can I hold Alt and drag this into another network? No. Can I do it now? That's cool. I just wanted this thing to appear whole. And so I feel like if I had more edge information, it would be able to fill that hole. The hole in my heart. Let's try it again. Yeah! Do it again, do it again. Yeah! Cool. Alright, now all we need is like a little samurai dude to like cut it in half or something. I don't know. We're part of the way there. Sweet. So those things seem to work really well. And we are inside of this crazy object, which now I would like to rename to Sliced Rock. Get ready to slice your rock. We should do a 3D model of Tooth. Just kicking it. So what if I just want... Well, that's like an interesting thing. I still want to instance this thing. I still want to figure out what's going on here. Sliced rock is still like the reference type in this instance thing. But something tells me that it would be... Oh, there's like this animation sequence thing down here. Wow. That's useful for stuff. If we wanted to turn this thing into smoke or something at some point, that's like a possibility. It also would appear that like... Hold on a sec. Something about these... There's like a higher level... There's a higher level of sliced rock that I don't really like what I'm looking at here. Because the inside of polyfill is working right. But notice how there's this shell. And I don't know if that's just because it's ghosting the history or what. You know. Oh, I see. It's because the instance is actually working. Alright, so that works. Sorta. Except for the whole, you know, you're not my real dad. Instance. Is this what displays? Whether or not it is displayed in the viewpoint at all. I don't have other options here. So how do I, like, I don't know, do something crazy, like, I don't know, extrude along a spline or something? How do I make a spline? Whoa. Deep. Let's see. So it looks like this way I can set view. That's good. I wanted to maybe look at it from the side. Oh look, more shortcut keys have emerged. So perspective. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can look at the UVs for this scene, which don't have any. Yeah, it's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 do not seem to be doing what I expect. Maybe they're showing me the UV coordinates. Maybe it's difference control. Whoa. Holy crap. So now I can press Alt, it seems, to go through different views across the top. Or change the default view? Seems like I could do the same thing here, right? Nothing's stopping me. That's kind of neat. I don't know if it's useful, but it's neat. Alright, what else you got? Control 1, layout mode. So I got 4 view. That's what I was looking for, baby. Yes, control 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have side by side, 1/2, 3, and it doesn't stop there. That's kind of useful. Especially if I was working in like a single panel, right? Maybe I can do like, go into this view and then do that type of thing. Nope. Alright. Worth a shot. Always mind what you are doing. This is convenient. I can display normals. Point trails are not rendering points. I can look at the numbers of a grid. But I have to go and iterate through a grid in order to instance something. For example, I would say for fonts, no. But I go into the grid and maybe let's go into the grid like I'm on Tron. A for loop. I could do a for each. Yeah. By points. Gather method, whatever. Elements. Attribute for each, whatever. So there's this kind of, I wouldn't say immature, but like there's like a lot of for each point in our die, which I think will just be this thing, right? Yeah. Piece 8, gather 9. I want to find, is there more? Alright, hold on a sec. H script expression. Oh no. Or Python. Okay. That's not bad. I really just want to position I just want to position Tukes Rock on every point in this grid. How hard could that possibly be? Famous last words. Because this seems like the action I want, right? This seems like the way to go. I can select this edge and delete it. I can kind of nestle that into this thing, right? Which is just bound to have errors because I don't have a geometry file specified. All right, cool. We know how to do that. What the? Whoa. We're getting deeper and deeper. Display as, I don't know, a point cloud. Display as full jump. No. I thought maybe for each point in the grid, put down Tuke's rock. But it's more granular than that. There's more to do. I would like to delete these nodes that confuse me. Because I would think... Can I just get grid points? I'll have a grid of a grid. Yes? Okay. So, what this is doing is adding, effectively. Grid and then grid. You see, I have a grid next to a grid. Alright. That's not my time at the moment. I don't want to Google it. I want to go to that level. I'm like, right here, look, I can see it. I've done it before. That doesn't mean I remember it. Capabilities are ridiculous. I gotta say that. I feel like a weird Twitch-ish DJ who isn't really a DJ. Just plays one on the internet. With ambitions to be the Mike Rignetta of Twitch. I'm glad I'm having a good time. I hope you all had an enjoyable weekend. I think I did. I don't have materials. Keep position when parenting. Path object. Sure. Let's make a path. It's different from a line. Do I draw it? And is it bendy? Oh, it is bendy. Nice. So I have C viewpoints. Oh, but interestingly, they're not connected. Okay, so let's do something different. I'm gonna delete your whole family. Alright. Slicedrock, you still exist. You're number one. You are our first actual success. Actually, I think that might be the name of this file. Alright, so let's save it. Oh gosh. Look at all this information. Put it in the H renders. I want, because that, here we go, Houdini project. What? I've been messing with Houdini? Yeah. I think Getting Cozy was the name of one of these. Anyway, this is called Perfect Success. That's right, I've been here before. Probably doing tutorials and breaking glass and stuff. Turning sliced rocks into... Man, that is super cool. It could be cooler. How cool. Hold on a sec. Let's do the subdivide again. So meet me down here, but then I want to add noise to the surface. Can I do that? Alright. No. What? Jitter, I guess? I mean, that doesn't really give me like a rocky texture. It just scrambles up all of this crap, Honestly. Although, some people do that. Also, like, what about for rendering too, right? Like, wouldn't that be... There's so much to know, I'm so curious. I guess I could just go to NuRen or something. But get a little bit smaller. This one would be a little distorted. We can keep subdividing all day. Wow. I'm really trying to avoid like overlap. Also, this like inside cut doesn't really look that interesting anymore. It's not as sharp, right? Oops. There we go. Alright. Thank you for highlighting the last step of our journey. How do I apply material to this guy? Let's find one of those. Material. I have a Unity or Unreal material. So that's actually pretty interesting. I imagine an Unreal material will have Unreal material properties. You can't even imagine. Face material. Use the better type. Okay. Cool. That is pretty sweet. We'll get more into that probably in the next maybe in about a week. History, that's useful. I just want a regular material though. I just want one of the give me just the old ding dang materials that come with this tool set. Matte material. Nice. I don't feel like I'm actually dealing with the for real deal. Let's just make sure I can merge. I just want to make sure I'm messing with the whole object here, right? Or not file. Give me a. I feel like merge doesn't actually like. Does that if I select that? Is that like the whole? Is that the whole guy? I'm looking at this and I get that feeling. You ever feel like? There we go. Or maybe it's a higher level function. I don't know. Material network. Ooh. It looks like this is some other thing. Sweet. This is a whole bunch of different. This is like shader level, right? Type of information. Look at all this vector-based stuff. Look at you. You're super sharp stuff. So this is a lot like what I assume to be hypershade. Yeah, the way that we can do different things to our texture. This is a lot more what I would expect to see in hypershade. I would love to draw more parallels, but we're inside of a material network. This guy. Not sure how that works exactly. I'm not going to sit here and read the manual for you. No, I will read it for myself. And then dick around on Twitch. That's the American way. So, I guess I need UV information maybe first? UV layouts? Can I look at the UV version? Like, does this object actually have UV data? That'd be cool. Look at the UV viewport. This selected object, if I go up to the object sphere, doesn't actually have that. Any UV information, or at least none that I can find or see. I should say. I'm sure it's there. You just have to believe it's invisible UV information. No, that's not the case. We're working with 3D data on at such a granular level that This craft doesn't even have UV data. Think about that. Like if I created a box, it probably does. UV edit. Come on, man. Come on, man. Give me those UVs. Vertex based? I don't know what this means. See, this looks like I'm looking at UV information, right? Where it's giving me an estimate of... Wait, what? Press enter. Transform selected geometry. I don't know. Transform into a robot. Nope. Vertex mode. Dude, just give me the cat. Dude. 12 hours? I haven't been sitting here that long. I'm gonna sneak over to my cheat sheet. Oh, I can't. Can you see my mouse? Oh, really? It's been over an hour already? Man, time flies. Alright, let's go back to, I guess it's control 1. We're learning all the keys, y'all. 1? Control 1? I have a text message from... It's not a text message, it's an email. It's a text message from my email provider saying, get it right. Geometry looks so good for just cutting through stuff. Man. If only I could do something interesting with sliced rock. Like, I don't know. Render it in color. What is this? Lights? What? New take. Oh. Yes. So a big benefit of having a procedural system is kind of deterministic dynamic. You know what I'm saying? Wow, I can't even move this guy. Merge. I want a material. I don't want a material network. I want like a... I want to browse materials, let's say. Like here's a palette, yeah? And I have physical based rendering, it looks like stuff. Right? Much like a lot of other things we have to work with. Utility materials, fireballs, flames, rocks. Wait, I've got a rock right here. Let me just drag that. That does not look like, that looks like a castle. So I have a rock material network. And then I wager, if I go back to network view. Oh, quick marks that I'm not using. Crap. I don't even know. I don't know. Let's go back to our object, yeah. Our weak network. Where's my material thing? Seriously? Anyway, material palette. I've gone to / material rocks. I want rocks of sorts. But maybe is there like a... I want to render view. If I render this now, it'll probably be pitch black or something. Whoa! That is like the exhibit of rocks. So if I render it now, it's doing, God, what is this thing called? IPR, there we go. Hey, that's what it says right there. It's an IPR render. Oh, and this material has got like displacement information in it and all kinds of neat stuff. This is cool. But there isn't any lighting information, so it's not going to be particularly interesting. I mean, we definitely have a starting point, but we need a continuation station. Ooh, high quality lighting. How about high creation of lighting? Because as it stands, I don't think I see any lights. Ooh, here we are, lights and cameras. Oh, as you can see. Hey, is that Jake? Yo, dude. That's cool. What did you? What kind of burger, man? Wendy's is. You know what I like about Wendy's? Red onions. Well, damn. Oh, that's disgusting. I do like the Satan's nutsack allegory. Just think about it. Are you congested? You got burger up your nose? Okay. This guy likes hamburgers. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm at liberty to say. Oh, this is great. All right. So I have a preview of our spotlight here. That's, you know, I don't know, basic 3D modeling stuff. Come and relive the basic experience of learning the basics with Basic Ben. Basically daily on Twitch. Hi, Dogan3. So Jake walked in. If you just missed that, he walked in from his he went on a hamburger excursion. Yeah, I do. I'm gonna go on a quick break though. We're gonna come back and check out why it's important to do IPS rendering, IPR rendering on an IPS display, using your IPD to perceive depth. Which I'll be back in a minute. Thank you so much.
You enjoyed.
Then what? Then what?
Hi. If you're just joining us, we're Mint Potion on Twitch. We're going over I don't know, just let's call it day 1, even though it's actually like day 4 of Houdini dicking around. Now this is something I've been putting off for a couple of weeks. As we get our assets into the engine. There's one more type of asset that I wanted to make, and that's a Houdini asset. It's a smart asset that we can take parameters from our objects here, and we can expose these parameters to our game engine, to Unity or to Unreal, in this case Unreal, and use that method to generate assets kind of on the fly. What you've just witnessed is pretty much the render view. This is an IPS render. It's looking for individual points and scanning them to kind of update, like, oh look, wow, you know, this mesh here. And it's using this rock material on this sliced rock that we made. It's kind of this like sub network of processes where we started with a box and then we sliced it and did this dual timeline. I'm gonna start calling these things timelines, because essentially Houdini's made up of a bunch of processes. To catch Dogan up real quick on the whole hamburger incident. Basically, Jake had gone out for a delicious sandwich. Let me save this. Let's make a new scene. And he was eating it on the way back because, you know, dude basically gets back in the door and he has to continue working. And I just inhales the burger and I guess got some ketchup up his nose. which is totally fine. Sometimes you get ketchup up your nose. I'm gonna make a new scene. So we kind of did our first kind of cool render. How do you get images out of this thing? IPR from RAW camera. But what if I want to make this to a file? Oh, save frame. Cool. Mint Potion is the artist. Comment none. We made it on this computer called Mac Erator. What is this funkiness? I'm gonna get in trouble here. From related tracks. Mo on Joy. I don't know. Eventually we're gonna get flagged. Check out these crazy tunes on SoundCloud. But yeah, that is the setup. Looks like the natural resolution. I'm not sure what that'll be. I guess I can set it up. Natural would be 100%. It looks like I can reduce the resolution of that render. I don't know what this is. There aren't tooltips for it. It's a .pic file. That's ridiculous. But it looks like we can, if we kind of scroll through, look at all these other RGBA, SDI, TIFF, TIFF3, TIFF 16, 32, TIFF with 2 Fs. Let's just like render an image to the desktop. Like, this is a rock.png. Accepts. Save it. Okay, cool. Let's make a new file. Fatal error. Oh, great. Awesome. Let's see if our thing got rendered out at least. Yeah, this guy. And look, it's got even transparent data. Houdini, watermarked for your pleasure. This UV information along the edge there kind of came out poorly, but hey. It's a great first. I'll be sending an image of this to you this week. We can get into how to do this tessellation map type of shader. It's pretty easy, but effective nonetheless. Alright, so let's open up Houdini again. We have a couple of scenes coming up. I wonder if I can use the terrain to generate like a really high-tech looking, space. Right, so I want to go into... Actually, well, there's another exercise I wanted to do. Another exercise of epic proportion. Coming all the way here. So, if I create like points, right? Let's start there. Create lines or curves. I guess curves would be a little bit more appropriate. So that would be like I've created a curve. And here's that curve primitive. Basically, an object contains the sub-object parts. And from here, I can do things that you're kind of familiar with, right? I can do extrusion, extrude grid, poly extrude. I'm gonna mess with these sliders. Wow. I'm not really convinced by this normal here. Also, oh, here we go. So here's the distance. This is 14 subdivisions, too many. I really want 2, 1, or 0. I can go back here. I really like this guy. We'll have that open. Trying to sell this tool set to as many people as possible. Let's see. So if I'm looking at this, right, I do want I need normals. in order to see them. Whoa, look at all these options. Normal. Oh, how do I get face data? I want faces. Facet. Just like a little face. No, There we go. So once I generate normals, then I can draw a surface for either of these faces. But do remember that at any step in this process, as we kind of go through here, and what? Why are there two of them? Oh, I see. It just shows me where it was sometime. Can I edit the actual curves? Like this, you know, selecting a sub-object. Looks like that's the UV. This is just the regular V. I want to hit T to move that vertex around. But let's make the last part viewable, right? And so, hey yo. So this type of flexibility, pun intended, is really what Houdini is all about, right? And this is something that I think I'm going to put a lot of time into kind of mastering this year, you know, this season, over the next few months. I shouldn't take that long to have like a working knowledge of the tool. I understand some of the basics, but the intricacies and kind of the detailed techniques, this tool has just got such a history. It goes so far. Here we go. We have subdivided our guy. I don't know what this will do, but I'm so excited. Everything is just so exciting. Oh, it looks like it's editing it as if it were a mesh. If I were to go up to the curve level. Right. Whoa. We have shapes. Let's give me more. Let's give me more subdivision, man. How sweet. Can I add a material to this guy? I don't know. What materials? What do you got? Let's go back to our material palette. Let's see. Metal grate. That's pretty ridiculous. Let's drop that on you. Another thing that I wanted to work on this year, kind of as a side thing, is doing like, what's it called? Render me some stuff. It's looking for the object itself. I'm gonna see if it deforms the UVs in like a sensible way, or places the textures in a sensible way. What is that? That's metal. That's what you got for me, metal. Also, it appears flat. We need a light in order to show the depths of something. Anyway, I didn't even want to do all of this. But if you maybe on like Tumblr or whatever, on the internet, on Twitter, some visual artists that use like Octane rendering, and this isn't ozone, it's something else. Gosh, I can't remember. Maybe it is ozone. But these other 3D packages that kind of have similar, you know, similar quick editing, quick rendering methods make really cool visualizations. When you have this level of control over your objects, or access to their data, right? You can get quite a lot done. In terms of just making neat visuals. One thing I wanted to check out and get back into terrain. Just real quick. I'm gonna press this guy. I wanna create a height field. Just put that guy right there. Zoom in on that height field space. Look at this height field patterns, distortion, noise. Noise is the first step. Let's change some of these parameters. Make it higher. Make that height field higher. Number of octaves or subdivisions. Intensity, kind of in relation to the seed, right? Can I get a proper definition? The frequency increments between fractal noise intervals. Like, why is roughness so touchy? Yo. Sweet. Post-processing. What? Distortion. What? I don't know. Turn on the thing. What does that do? Looks like we're doing some kind of lattice warp. What does that mean? Neat. Ooh. Height field pattern. Whoa, they're like stars or something. Starness? Sure. Starness is an option. You know, how much like a star? That's too funny. All right. Whoa. And that modifier actually, let's take a few steps back here. That modifier actually messed with my mesh. I'm not digging that. What if I wanted to do something with this? What can I do with you? Grid spacing, uniform scale, giving it a certain height and mass. What the is that? Something about just its relationship to the grid. However many units wide. I think these are using meters. I do want to change the let's make it a little less ridiculous. That's the most exciting terrain to ever run at 5 frames a second. Close. That looks cool as hell. The cellular whirly distortion. Let's add more of this height field stuff to it. Height field. What is it called? Noise? Alright. Yeah. Because we are going to definitely be making canyons, right? And I know I can do, I think, this to have two planes next to each other. Or like have layer mixing. We can extend this. And then maybe after this, there's something called terracing, right? So terracing has like a certain kind of map to it. But like these little steps. I'm curious about why it creates this object underneath this plane. That seems a little bit ridiculous to me. Maybe it's because my initial height is so low. What could be costing? Who's this? Send you a snippet of quick rundown on these Sorry. I'm trying to see if I can catch dog tracks for this evening. I don't even know if they're gonna be on. Whoa, it's so fast. Combine methods. Ooh. Okay. That looked cool too. Something tells me just that method, right? For that. Like, how do I make something where I don't know? It's just it's an inspired workflow. It's a tool that I look forward to using. Maybe it's because I have this render thing running in the background. Although I could have sworn I stopped it. Composite view, neat. We're not gonna go there yet. There's all these weird hidden shelves. For example, I want to figure out how to get these steps to work. What is this image? Composite? No. We're going to the object layer. Boy. Ha. Compute range. Neat. Alright, now can I mask this? Height field visualize, resampling, remap, transform, erode. Ooh, that's cool. I'll do that in just a minute. I thought... I guess I'll just have to go through here. HF mask. So I can draw a mask by feature, by object. I can clear masks. Just draw one. I think that in order to draw one, you literally you draw or something. But no. Drawing plane geometry. Is there a tool for this? I'm not talking about a move tool. This is bypass. What's up with you? Oh wow, whoa. Let's see if that's really true. Okay, I need to change a preference of this program real quick. Because your scratch space should not be there. I think that's what's going on here. Something I actually really should have done. Yeah. Let's just have 10 megabytes for the ND system. Do it. Where is your cache? Tell me about. I don't know what this performance option means. What did I do? I don't know. Maybe input mask. Oh, let's do that. Hold on a sec. Hey. What? Hey.
No, I can't seem to get it. And in my mind, I'm ready. My time's made up. I gotta go.
What's wrong with you? Not enough sources specified. Well, your source is going to be the previous node, and your input is going to be to the next node. But I can't draw anything. Transform selected geometry. Aborting edit operation. Accept. Oh, enter? Wait, it's working. It's kind of working. What the heck is going on? It's trying to draw a thing, right? I don't really have a brush. I have like maybe a pen at best. It's like that mask, right? Only applies to this area, causing all kinds of hiss. I do want to blur the edges of this though. Oh, here we go. So put that mask on full strength, which will be in the one neighborhood, but then I'll also blur from the outside. Yeah. Give me more. 60 something units of something. I can't tell if there's like a memory leak or what, or if there's a disk issue. 100% of my CPU is hanging out though. The hell is that about? Oh, the mantra renderer. That's the issue. But I don't have that thing running, do I? No. Yeah, that is the error. Your computer slows down. Control Shift Escape. Let's... Oh, now you're gonna just act like nothing ever happened. Okay. I respect that. Everything seems fine now. I don't know. You're crazy, man. It's gonna get rough. It's gonna get rough and tough. Yeah, I get it. Thank you. Cool. So we have made it through that stack, through that evaluation. We have our terrace. I want to have an erosion after this. So selecting this node will allow me to do this type of thing. We're just gonna keep doing it. Just do it. I don't even want to see the mask layer. I know that there's a mask layer, but I don't want to see the mask layer. Right? Because it's pulling information down from this level, right? But that doesn't exist, and that's being masked out. This is great. This might be the best terrain editor in the dang business of terrain editing. Right? Like, that's cool. Yeah, I get it. You're still gonna write to some kind of... Just listen to me, man. Combine with existing. I don't know. There isn't an existing mask there. There might be one day if you believe in yourself. If you look forward to yourself. I don't know why it's not caching more of this information. But now I know where to look for that information right here. It's 10 megabytes of space.
Sense, even though at a lot of times it didn't seem to make sense. Little bits of it. Little bits of it, little bits of it, little bits of it, little bits of it.
So we can change the slope. Oh man, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear about your problems, computer. Okay? This isn't... Although, yeah, I do have to admit that more smoothing is just more problems. Let's add another layer of noise, though, to just screw the whole thing up. Height field blur! Height field project! Project, you can put shapes into here. You can project geometry into a height field. I think that's cool. Another noise layer. Go! Yes! Now we're dealing with portals on a regular basis. Critically. What is flow? Holy. You are way too amplituded for me, though. As much as you drastically read. Yeah, it's loading. Oh, God. That's... Ladies and gentlemen, I have discovered the source of these errors. Noise type. Can we do another whirly? F2 to F1. But then, like, turn the... It's just so spacey. Yeah, I get it. You're trying to write to a place that's messed up. Closed. I would love to just clear the cache and do that again. What is the style? Because as you might have noticed, we're listening to... Yeah, I know. Yeah, this is old. Great job, great job, great job. Have a great summer. Who's the analog? I don't know, check out this QRC code. I'm just doing it wrong. Sparse convolution. Just give me something that's like just wiggly. Maybe it is. Give me something cheap. Yeah, there we go. What? Thanks. Why is it still drawing that mask? It's like, I bet I picked a thing. I bet there's like a little button. Display materials and objects. Don't do that. Alright. I gotta say, this is pretty cool. Thank you. Great job on the stream, guys. Probably the track of the week, and it's only Tuesday. Great job, great job, great job. I don't know, this person has earned a new fan. Alright, those are neat features. I do want to figure out why I can still see you. I don't want to see you. Stroke bindings blur. Mask layer is clearly a mask. Alright, we are slipping into another genre. Sorta. Yeah. That's cool. I don't know what parameter I'm adjusting. Anyway, let's try this erosion stuff, yeah? So they have this simulation engine for if water were to collect onto, or like in the surface it were to snow. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna select this and clip and crop, yeah. High field erode. What does it do? It calculates thermal and hydraulic erosion over time, over frames to create more realistic terrain. Crazy! There's no way that caching error that I'm gonna get is gonna help at all with this kind of thing. So in order to simulate, as you can see, we kind of have like these spaces that are generated. Oh, okay. Owlboy devs on hitting 100,000 sales. Owlboy only hit 100,000 sales? That's a crime. It's gotta be more than that. It's gotta be. Exploring new genres and why pixel art will never die. Yeah, Duggan, you are absolutely correct. Pixel art is not cheaper. Art in general is not cheap. I mean, good art especially, right? That's kind of why people are cycled through from house to house so much. I just want to try it. Simulate. Look at it go. Oh, look at it erode my lovely earth. Yes. This is great. Oh, man. Just erode. Erode until you explode. But, you know, I don't know. 3D is a lot more intricacy in terms of like technical capacity, right? There's a lot more computer savviness that goes into it, but there's not much to be said for that, really. That looks cool. It's Mount Dogen 3. We came to this planet searching for Dogen 2. What we found would shock us for ages to come. Oh yeah! I mean, this is a month of real hard working time. I don't know what this button does. Visualization. I don't know the button. I just want the red mask to go away. It's just stuck there. Like if I unbypass this, it invalidates my whole simulation. Or if I bypass this, unbypass. I don't want to see it, you know? I appreciate you. I know that you're there. But you're just wasting my damn time. Settings. Bindings. Number of strokes. Great. Mask layer will be called mask. I'm sure there's a button. It's like you pressed M to have. Oh. I do this, like add to that mask. I hit enter. Yeah, I get it. Thank you. You're gonna have to resimulate, guys. Sorry. It sounds like Odyssey. With broke. Repeat pattern.
Fuck. Lesson 1.
Listen to their music. iPhone era. I'm talking to Paradox EOD. Often. I've had this conversation going on with this dude on SoundCloud for the better part of 2 years now. His birthday's coming up, I think. Gosh, get out of Dodge. Get the heck down. Am I still rendering? Stop. I can stop that where it is. So now I can't kind of render past this point, or it'll save some disk space somewhere. I want to figure that part out. Because that's going to cause us problems if we're expected to just sit here and take it. I at least want to take it outside so I can get a good punch in. There we go. Oh, cool. Shake distance, all kinds of neat stuff. Behold. Ooh, make numbered backups. Like, is that good? What does that mean? If I click on this, what is this? Percentage threshold? Oh, I see. It's like, this is half, this is 3/4. I see. It's like really not useful. Alright. I'm gonna give in. Where do I find support? Let me just look through your help. Wait. Cancel. F1? No? Hey, cash. Window, cache manager, okay. They have a whole keyboard shortcut for caching. Look at that. Flipbook cache is full. There's quite a bit of space. We are maxing out at what appears to be 20 gigabytes of space. But it's 20 gigabytes of space in the wrong dang place. So let's clear our cache out real quick. And that will help already. Just getting around the engine, right? So we're using this flipbook thing. And so I have to resim. re-render. Look at that beautiful thing. Look at that. How do I find the actual location though? Or is that something that I don't have an option for? What's really strange to me is that I installed this in the right disk, but it's still giving me bullshit. Temp folder? Or something else like that. Do. Street Fighter 3, I'm telling you, a month, that's a month of human time. That's my favorite Street Fighter game. I just put Street Fighter 4 back in my 3DS for fun. Alright, let's unmute this layer. Yeah, that's fine. On a road again. Look at it go. Like, who came up with this? Okay, what are you doing? App data local temp. It's gonna clear that. Thank you for your warning. Let's just get it. Let's get it worn and wrinkly. Alright, stop your operation. So, how do I get this terrain to something else? Like, oh, you can't. How do I send terrain to Unreal? How about what kind of terrain? Wahoo! Pretty like goofy, you know, playful kind of tune. We're just gonna go back into the days of when SoundCloud was about style. Do you remember those days? Procedural terrain with interaction. Something tells me that that has nothing to do with Houdini engine. Is this the same guy? Yeah. I don't read forums often. Who are these people? But anyway, there must be a way. I must have to go up here. Now I have mesh data? No? I have this object selected. But I can't like... What is save to gallery? What do all these buttons do? I think I'm just gonna change the name of Power Block to what the fuck do all these buttons do? Especially when I'm dicking around like this. Have a good time. What does that even mean? So it's making height field objects. Based off a certain node. It's a geometry thing. It's got stuff. Shop, sops, vops, dops, cops. These are all different, I guess, operations or procedural networks or something. It's part of their jargons that I did not understand quite yet. That is geometry. On some disturbing scale. Select geometry. Then choose an operation to perform. Yes, I choose export. I'm like, don't worry, there's a thing there. Poly expand, no. FBX. Really, would be the Unreal material. Sure. Give me like 4 of them. I don't know what they are. Existing names. That's really not what's important. I have to do like a merge. Yeah, like a file merge? Like, what does that mean? Like you just did it. Mesh? I guess I would have to just go through here and right click, get help on everything. Don't tell me there isn't a help topic for this node. There we go. Attribute create geometry node. Well, that would suggest to me that there's more information under this node. I mean, it is this stuff, Unreal Material, right? And I think there's a way to like kind of tag groups for collision and what have you. I just want to export this terrain. Like terrain output. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's a height field, quick shade. I don't know. What's that look like? Sweet. This is a lot easier on my... Convert height field. It's trying to. Whoa, we've converted our height field to geometry. Look at that. Wow. It's like some strange nuclear landing ground. It's like if Pikmin were the size of dogs. Mr. Olimar would be the size of a house. Throwing dogs everywhere. So now I have this geometry selected. Convert it to polygons that are quadrilaterally connected. You can even make it higher. I want to find out where the scene stats are. I guess it's this guy? No? Ooh, display options. I just want to know how many dang polygons there are. Oh, this is all rendering settings. Oh. Neat. Output driver. Render a flip book. Ooh. I don't know what that does either. Hey, yeah, alright. Yeah. So we have generated this ridiculous mesh. Does it have UV information? I don't know. Can I use it in a game engine? I think we're getting toward that point. Most definitely. Let's go up a level here. Now I have this object, which I don't think anybody can project to that. Merge. No. Export. Alembic. What? No. I don't even have a project set up. A film box. Export in FBX. It's like, we're not done. We're not exporting yet. Convert height fields. Height field output. I don't know what this is. Packed raster. Whoa. That's cool. Does that mean that it output a file? Like, save to disk. Here we go. Where is it gonna put it? Hold on. Put it on the desktop. And we'll call this the Doggin Zone. PNG is fine. But I want it to be pretty high res actually. Like a 4K. I can divide it into tile maps. Get the out of here. So I guess that's how you would do it, right? Close. Just do it. Save it to disk. It's gonna generate a whole bunch of images. Look at it compositing. Wow. My desktop is full of wonder. Of course, everything is watermarked because this is Houdini. Wow, way to generate a whole lot of nothing. This is Houdini Education Edition. It's not done rendering. I have no idea what it's actually supposed to produce or how to parse that data. This is why you Google before you start. You Google or you have somebody tell you what to Google. Is that modern education in a nutshell? Yeah, that looks great. Get out of here. Like, wouldn't you want to just save that as something else? And who's Legitney Houston? Legitney, if you're in chat, please speak up. Extrude base. No.
This is preview mix of Cansando's debut album. Fantastic.
I mean, I guess flattening and extruding base is pretty cool for... Can I go back a level? Like, well, this is gonna take 200 years. Hold on. If I was gonna make, like, yeah, a printout or something like that. But it otherwise seems like a waste of space. I have no idea how many millions of polygons this is. It's up there. Okay, so I definitely want to not divide the tile maps. Deep raster. Sounds dope. Give me the deep raster. Untitled file output. Okay, so I guess it's just, I have to imagine that it's rendering right now. Alright. I need to get some... Oh, my head is just... Did I not even get in touch with my buddy about his game? Maybe today wasn't the day. I don't know. This looks cool. But now I need this information to be useful. I just pressed the bypass button kind of by accident. Can't escape that pre-process. Oh yes I can. Error, yes. Hold on. I achieved my goal. 2. Hey. What is a box blur? Box blur is how you invalidate all of your. Thank you. Let's just delete these nodes that are causing problems. It just doesn't make sense. Oh, I see. I can do that. What node are we looking at? Height field quick shade. You don't make any sense anymore. I don't recognize you. Okay. That's cool. So we can generate types of data, it looks like, that will eventually become kind of useful. That we can probably re-import into other tools. But I want to get data out of here, and I'm starting to worry that I can't because... Oh, maybe I need to upgrade. Maybe we finally did it. Maybe we've just determined that it's time to go to take it to the next level. Upgrade to Houdini Indie. If I press this button, will it open up a web browser? Or will it just be like, yeah, you did it. Space to overlay. Hey, excuse me. Toggle single quad. B. If I were to zoom in close enough. Oh look, it updated my specular model. Whoa. That looks pretty good. Like a crater. Alright, you know what? I want to change this back to GGX because that looked better. That'll just take 7 years. Yeah, there was a funky revolution on SoundCloud back in the day. We're listening to Fantastic Farewell Preview Mix. This is cool. Linking up to today's beat music. There's no respect in that anymore, is there? Maybe I'm wrong. It's all jazzers. This is where they went. Look at that erosion. Yeah. Oh, you know what? It looks like it is doing what it's supposed to do, but timeline is kind of messing this up, right? I never thought of that. Am I learning these new intricacies? I'm just gonna have issues. non-commercial. It's cool with me. I just need to export this damn data. How's that task manager doing? Oh, it's bad. I feel like this mask is gonna be animated and all kinds of weird crap is gonna happen. Aliens are gonna attack. Thing is, it's not giving me information in this console. Error loading files off disk, either because they don't exist or because of something else. Cool. But actually, for doing like canyon type stuff, this is what I want. Right? Something like that. Maybe something a bit more steep. But like, that's a difficult thing to sculpt. Right? Partially because it's pretty unrealistic, that kind of division. This looks good though. Ah, the red valleys. Let's go back up to... I did quick shade. I need to convert you to something useful. Create... Oh, this is just the same shit on this side. Oh, weird. Convert that height field to a VDV. We're gonna learn what all of these things mean in the coming weeks. I don't know. I mean, I think Robbie's like waiting. He's listening on the stream or something like that. So it's gonna take like 20 seconds for him to realize what I'm doing. But if I say something that sounds like I'm wrapping up, he's gonna be like, oh yeah, well, nothing but love. Nothing but love for Robert Zilta. Rabble Zilta. I'm trying to figure out. There we go. How we been? How are we doing? Hi, new viewers. Thanks for hanging out. Hey, old viewers. Middle-aged viewers. You're listening to Cansano. Because if anyone can, Cansano can. This looks really cool. Although I think that just because data, like, facility and manipulation is such a big part of this tool set, that I can't just move this to another thing. Right? I want you. I want you. I want you. I want you to get the export you. Just export you out of here. Whatever Olympic is, just get. They're like, I'm not even getting like a reasonable error. Like, nope. Let's go back into our documents or into D drive. I have Houdini project. This is called Mount Duggan. Even though I've severely changed the landscape of the area.
Circulation.
I'm really happy with some of this, like this build up here. Look how that looks. Wow. That simply isn't enough for me. I really think in order to get the most out of this, I gotta go with the Houdini Indie. I didn't fucking know. That's so confusing. Oh goodness. I want to click this button. Alright, let's read some terms of use together. Independent animators, hey, that's me. And game creators, that's also me. The lifeblood of entertainment industry. We're just gonna do a very, very long side effects commercial. Batch mode to load digital assets, yes. And its own mantra rendering token. That is fine. Mantra, if you will. I'm not even sure what licenses I have. I do have their texture pack. But I think this requires... Yeah. Still a smartphone to distribute. Geometry tracking. Yeah.
Now when I'm in the spot, I make it hot as a motherfucker. Center of attention, don't look at another brother. Make their hearts race, pitter patter, flutter. Lay my hands on them and they melt like a stick of butter.
Which I think I have. They're like, sorry, this page doesn't exist anymore. That's what I mean about them updating their stuff all the time. Ready, go, featuring Marv 1. Yeah, no, there's this whole, like, this music school era. These guys who just, like, got out of whatever conservatory and kicked butt. Twitch apparently is a thing. Welcome back to Twitch. User experience modeling, making terrain. Oh, we should have just gone through this top down, right? How do I make networks? There's so much stuff. I could barely stand it myself. It's not illegal to yawn on Twitch. Public yawning isn't, as a matter of fact, the future. But yeah, like once I've made terrain, like what do I do with it, right? Like you've learned to make terrain. Now go give us a bunch of money. I cannot make money with this. I need to take it somewhere. We need to go to the moon. Pressing a few buttons and hitting simulate is not the extent that I want to. This isn't where it stops, Houdini. And chat, you too. This isn't where we stop. We are gonna have another stream tonight, I believe, soon. But thank you so much for hanging out for a few minutes. I don't have any graceful way to disappear at the moment. I will continue studying this and maybe come up with something a little bit more interesting. Tomorrow. I really like this cell fractal. The way that it kind of like uses scoops. That looks pretty cool. Pretty gorgeous. There's a lot to do with that. We can make something really nice out of that. If I can get this data out of here, perhaps. Till then, wow. It's like one of those sidewalk art chalk things. I'm just like pressing button. Q, what does the Q button do? I don't know. I really don't know. It transforms selected aborting edit operation. There's so many little things to read, so much workflow to get into. But you heard it here first. We are gonna have some special content up this week. Gosh, I'm so pale. Or maybe that's just the lighting. Or maybe I'm just so pale. All of these things are true. All of these things and more. But stick with me. See me soon. Thought we had other shows going on today. I don't know. Thank you. And I'll block your power tomorrow, I think. Sounds good? Sounds good.